Begging for XP live play podcast. This is part 3 of the adventure Lost Sons for the game Star Wars Edge of the Empire. Enjoy! Alright, so we'll start this adventure with Dr. Dev.
It's Captain Dev when I'm on the ship.
Yeah, but you're not on the ship.
Oh, okay. Right.
You're at the palace of Duke Sayul.
Oh, Duke Sayul. What am I doing here?
There are people. This is a place where a lot of the kind of the high roll, not necessarily just the high rollers, but the kind of movers and shakers of Socorro that they end up over here. Is kind of this is where he holds He's kind of holding a constant party.
Yes, movers and shakers. I should be there.
Yeah, you're there. You recently won the Lazy Bantha, the YT 2400 in a Sabbath game, and that got around and got you invited to a Sabbath game over at the palace, which is it kind of shows, hey, I've gotten somewhere.
Yeah.
This is the main hall of the palace, which is a very large. I mean, at its base, it's like a big rectangular room with a large section in the center, and then there's pillars off to the side, and each of those pillars kind of makes a little square, which is then. And there's not walls in between those little squares. It's just like tapestries and drapes and other things. So it's become this kind of light, rooms that you can easily pass through. The floor is covered with pillows around the edges. There's kind of this haze of incense and spice smoke and whatnot. You're kind of deep in one of those little sectioned off rooms. In the background, you can hear. You can hear like muffled conversations, people kind of cheering and laughing, but through the kind of gauzy, thin, you can see some things through the thinner fabrics, and then there's some thick fabrics, but it muffles it enough to where it's this kind of general sounds of excitement and pleasure. And you kind of get a sense of what's going on, even though you can't tell what's in the next one or the ones immediately near you. But anyway, you're sitting around kind of on these large pillows. There's a small table, but you're sitting on the floor, and you're finishing off a Sabbath game. Why don't you we'll say the last wager is, do you have 100 credits on you by chance?
Nope. I have 67 credits.
Oh, let's just say you have the 100 in there, and it's in there. Why don't you make a cool check versus it's going to be hard. Mm-hmm. Take a black die just because I'm kind of forwarding you the cash.
All right. It's been a while here, so.
Yeah. You could also, if you want, this is if you want to play a straight up game. If you want to cheat.
Oh, I don't cheat. I don't need to.
Okay.
I'm so cool.
So roll that, and then also include a force die. This is kind of a truncated version of the rolls they have for Sabbath. So.
Okay, cool presents. And it was hard, right?
It is a hard die, yeah. So.
And force die and anything else?
And that is it. One black die.
One black die.
And anything else that you can see?
I'm in the middle of telling some jokes and stories, trying to distract people.
Can you describe actually what they look like?
Yeah. Dr. Dev is wearing sort of like one of those Victorian vest style card player sort of vests. And he's got the long white shirt. He's young. He's about 27. Good looking. And he seems to be very personable at the table. He's telling jokes. Oh yeah, and then I told him to shave the Wookiee, and everyone starts laughing. He's got brown hair, no facial hair. Yeah. Yeah, and no visible weapons or holsters or anything on him. And he tells his joke. Oh, that's probably not good.
Okay, so the dark side result on that means you turn one success into a failure and one advantage into a threat.
Okay, so that a failure?
Yes.
So it becomes.
It turns into that. It's kind of the shifting nature of the. You never know when they're gonna.
Yeah.
I'm getting there, and then we'll do. That's a success now, and then this is a. There we go.
So that's what I got.
Yeah.
That didn't look good. The hand didn't come up good.
Okay, so you're out. You just spent your last.
I take the last swig of my drink and I get up. Well, I'm out.
You notice there's the last hand or two. There's been a couple people that have kind of coming. There's been people kind of coming and going every so often. Sometimes they'll come in and sit in for a hand. But there's one man who's been kind of watching from the back. He kind of stepped in a little earlier, has been peeking in. And as soon as you get up, he goes, "You, you this Dr. Dr. Darran?"
That's me. How can I help you?
He's this is maybe he's a middle-aged guy, probably approaching his 50s. Has a goatee and is kind of longer hair pulled back into a knot, and it's streaked through with gray. Wearing a fair amount of like jewelry and whatnot. A nice, like kind of a medallion on a necklace and a few kind of tight kind of bracer things. It looks like this is probably armor. It's a little bit like archaic armor in some ways, but it's very fancy. He has kind of a furred, like half cape on, and he has he is the only one of the few people who's not a guard who's actually armed. Who their armament was taken away.
Yeah.
You probably snuck in with yours because it's meant to be hidden, but with the holdout blaster. But he's actually showing looks like a modified heavy blaster.
Okay.
And then at the other side, under the cloak, there's something. It looks like there's something else dangling from his belt that you're not sure what it is, but it looks like it's a weapon of some sort. You have no idea. It's like, is it kind of like a little hand blaster thing? You don't know. Hey, you should come with me.
Oh, where are we going? Did I get your name?
Oh yes, Duke Saul.
Oh, Duke Saul.
You've never actually seen him before.
Yeah.
You just.
But I know this is his party, right?
Yeah, he kind of constantly has people over at some point. This is what he does.
Well, I want to just thank you, Duke, for this invite. This is a great party. I'll come with you. Let's go.
Wonderful, wonderful. He didn't invite you. It was one of the Rawwk players who did.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of how it works. Is you get an in from somebody, and then
I'm
they
thanking him anyway.
Yeah.
And as I walk away from the table, I pat one of the guys that I was playing with on the back. Odo, take care of that rash, okay?
He says something in this alien language.
Yeah.
So you are a doctor, right? I heard you won the Bantha, was it?
Yes, the Bantha, she's mine.
Oh, great ship. What I've heard is the Core Worlds. Is that where you're from? That's where you're not trained around here.
No, I went to the university in Corellia.
Oh, wonderful. Then you're exactly who I need to talk to. Come with me. He walks. He kind of goes through. There's like a bunch of people with like a hookah smoking. Spice is another little room, and he just like trods right through it as if there's no one there, and they all kind of get out of the way.
Yeah.
And you get to kind of be in his wake. And he goes, one of my dancers got injured, and so I didn't want to have our doctor look at it. I look at her, so I was hoping. I heard you were here, and I thought maybe you could take a look.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. And he walks you through. You kind of in the open area, and he gets up to kind of closer to where the it's not like a throne, but it's like a large seat, and there's some tables around it and whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's not quite a desk, but it's somewhere between a desk and a throne.
Oh, I just want to point out that when I got from the table, I have a satchel. This is my backpack, but it's a satchel.
Okay.
I keep my med pack in there. I don't have any weapons or anything there.
Okay, fair enough. So he goes over, and there's a Twi'lek there, and she looks at you kind of a little apprehensively.
I'm going to disarm my smile.
Okay. All right. Make a charm check. Make this hard though.
Because she's in pain.
Add a black die because she's in pain.
You succeed, you automatically heal.
Yes. So I have 2 successes and 1 release.
That threat.
One threat.
Okay. All right. So you give her a smile. She kind of she noticeably calms down a little. So it looks like she's be a little easier to work with. The Duke kind of the threat though. The Duke kind of looks over at you and kind of hits you on the shoulder a little. Hey, don't get too friendly.
Just calming the patient down.
And he kind of kneels over, and again you get to you see like the little cape he has kind of gets pushed aside. He's kind of squatting a little next door. And you notice that the other weird weapon at his side. And he looks over and he says, "Oh, you noticed that?"
Well, what is that? Some sort of what is that? Some sort of glow rod?
Well, he takes it off. Oh no, this is one of the Jedi's laser swords.
Oh, I've heard of those. Those can be dangerous.
Oh, they are. They are. Do you ever hear the story of how I got this?
No, tell it to me while I attend to our friend here. So I pull out the med pack.
Oh, I'm sure Lahani has heard this a number of times. She kind of like tries not to roll. You can see that she is practiced in not rolling her eyes, but somehow shows it to you. That's what she's thinking.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, this was I don't know, about almost 20 years ago. I was a young man here, one of the native Corellians actually, who came. My family was and came here to settle, and this is right when the Empire was being formed, and so there's used to be a Jedi Academy down in the desert, and they were always kept to themselves, and there's strange practices and everything. Always, it was up to no good in my mind. So Lord Vader came with looking for them. They went into hiding, and some of the people here were helping them hide. Well, I helped Lord Vader hunt them down. I helped them find where they were being hidden.
And as I'm working, I turn to him and just try to feign interest. Oh, yeah? Uh-huh.
Yeah, so what happened is, and they allowed me to go when they assaulted their little hideout. And so they went in, and I stayed behind outside, but then one of them got out. One of the masters, he just barely, he fought his way out. He came down, and I was at the other end of this hall. He shows up, and he's obviously a little wary from fighting, but he looks at me, and I look at him, and I bring up, and he kind of pats the heavy blaster at his side, but he kind of pantomimes holding it. I bring up my weapon, and I look him in the eye. He knows I have him. He just charges at me, waving his sword back and forth, wildly, hoping that he can scare me off. But I just keep my cool. I pull the trigger, and I drop him, maybe not even 10 feet away from me. He almost got there, but I just took this from him after killing him. And he lights it up and makes a noise and waves it around a little bit, kind of, yeah. And he brings it back off. So I've kept it. I know how to use it, too.
Oh, I'm sure. It's quite the trophy. That Jedi didn't stand a chance.
Not a chance. He was done. He knew when he started charging that it was over for him.
Yeah, I bet.
I could see it in his eyes. So, why don't you make a medicine check on her? Go ahead, and this is easy.
Just one?
Yeah.
That bodes well.
Yeah, so 2 successes and what are these called?
Advantage.
Advantage. I'll get it.
Not a boon.
Yeah.
Different.
I almost said that.
Yeah. It happens. Looks like she has some like bruises on her upper arms and her arms, and she has a sprained wrist.
Oh.
He was kind of worried. He kind of looks over when you wrist, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm worried if that's broken or not. It's just sprained. It could actually. It looks like it's actually maybe a little worse than being broken technically, but she'll recover."
Yeah. Well, I'll kind of lie to him a little bit. I think there's a good chance it's broken. She should probably rest up for a while. Probably don't want to have her out on the dance floor,
No, okay. Well, hopefully it won't take too long.
Yeah, give her some time off.
Yeah. I would have had our normal. We have a normal doctor who tends to the folk around here, but it's him that caused the bruises. So I thought I should get someone a little more neutral.
Oh yeah.
And he kind of smiles as if he's like this really beneficent person, like, hey, yeah, that was very thoughtful of me. So down the hall, from the other side, there's a little bit of a stir coming in from the other side of that great hall coming in, and there's 2 stormtroopers that come up and they stop at the entrance, and then somebody, an Imperial, just walks in and keeps going the entire way. Ah, Commander Lexon. Ah, yes, Duke. I'm so glad to see you. It's like, oh, you came for the festivities? Oh, yes, of course. I never miss. Dr. Darran, have you met Commander Lexon? He runs the garrison here.
I have not. It's good to meet you, sir.
Likewise. He holds his hand out in a very kind of, I don't really want to shake hands with you, but I'm polite.
As am I.
Pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
Oh, here, let me lead you to, he goes to the commander, let me lead you over here. I think you'll enjoy this. So, Doctor, he pats you really heartily on the shoulder.
Get out.
No, he just kind of like, yeah, I'm done with you, kind of. And he's fairly strong, too. You can tell he gets outdoors a lot. And all. So, thank you for your help. I won't forget this. And go talk to the people up front. I'll make sure you're well paid for your time.
Oh, that would be fantastic. I look over at the dancer and I'm like, you take care of that. And I give her the old wink.
She kind of is like, Everyone here is winking at her. This is not the favorite part of her job. Yeah. Okay, so he goes and leads the commander off into one of the little sections. On the way out, you go and you can check with the people up front. They pay you 200 credits for that, which is not well paid. It's kind of on the lower end of average. It's not like right on the line that tells you what's average and being underpaid.
I'm not going to be playing.
Yeah. As you're doing that, you're kind of getting your stuff together. You notice you only have a couple of doses of spice left. So.
Right, how long will that last me?
How long will it last you? A little bit, but you know.
I'm not too stretched right now, so things are going good.
An hour or two?
Yeah. Maybe the rest of the day.
Like one pack.
All right, so maybe it'd be a good time to head off to your.
Yes, I need to go talk to my friend.
All right, fair enough. So,
air quotes.
All right, so screen wipe, and there's a hover truck, or a speeder truck, or truck speeder, or however you want to say that, coming in with a couple of swoop gangers into the city. Kind of follow the camera that follows them into the city a little ways. And gets them over to this warehouse, and pulls up. It's two speeders and the truck, and so who gets out, or two of who gets out of the truck is Rawwk, who's the head of that gang, the swoop gang. And they go, and the two guys go. They open up the back of the truck. They pull out. Well, they pull you two out. Both of you have a collar that will explode on command from a radio signal, because they don't have the timer equipment to do the little implant. And so they get you. They get one of the other the couple of the younger people from the nomad tribe out, and they just kind of get you there. And then they're helping them. Right now, you have a restraining bolt, and so. Rawwk, who's the head of the gang, he has the controller on that. If he wants, he can just hit the button and basically lock you up.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're compelled to do the stuff he says. Now, you can try and resist that at times, but it's going to be difficult.
Well, and I was reading in the book, it implies that once you resist it once, you're good. So I would have tried to resist it as soon as I became conscious or whatever. So
for right now, nothing's happened. You haven't been able to, but maybe you need a moment or something to kind of catalyze the whole thing. But for the most part, and it's also, what are you going to do if you resist? You're kind of surrounded.
Well, I would just do. Well, I was going to. But the idea would be that he would. Break the command of the restraining bolt and then act like he was following along in command, so that way anytime he wanted to, he could.
Okay, fair enough. Well, you haven't broken it yet, so I think it's a hard check? I think?
No, it's daunting.
Daunting, fair enough. Okay.
But it should be pretty close to 50-50 when it comes to time.
Okay,
so,
fair enough.
So you'll let me know when I can try?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, of course, that doesn't change. You can complain and you can mouth off and everything else. So it doesn't change who you are. It just you're compelled to actually act. So you can, if he said, "Hey, shoot that guy," you'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't want to do this." Bang, bang. So, but anyway, you're guarding them. So So they get out and they kind of haul their slaves out, and then they're just waiting around a little bit. They kind of kick you guys down a little, so they get down on your knees, get down. I want you going anywhere.
Yay! For the record, how badly are we still injured from last time?
You guys have, let's see, this has been, 4 days, so you would have healed 4 wounds.
Alright.
And you have none of your stuff.
Yeah, I figured I have none of my stuff, so...
Your stuff is all gone.
4 wounds, I was at 13.
You still have the data pad, because it's hidden away in your little pocket, and they're not going to search you, because you don't really, you know...
I'm at my threshold
now. Aww.
That's not bad, that was.
So you're not doing so good.
I assume I don't have my armor or anything.
Yeah, you don't have anything. So.
And our strain would still be...
Strain should be 0 now.
Okay. Just so I know how badly.
So...
No more permanent strain.
So you have heard they're bringing them to Corvus Jade, or at least one of his people, who handles a lot of the slave trade around here. So you guys are waiting for his guy to show up. Do you have any questions?
Yeah. So who's?
He's just a kind of not a crime lord, or either a crime lord or a slaver, depending on how you want to phrase it. But basically, he handles much of the slave dealings in this city.
What city are we in?
You guys are in, was it Vakeia? What's the name of the...
That sounds right.
Vakeia, yeah. Which is the large... It's like the capital. Vakeya. That's the capital of Soccer, or the largest city. It's where all the magic is.
And the name of the swoop gang is escaping me for the moment. There's something...
Blue Suns.
Blue Suns. I know these colors.
All right, so you guys wait a little while, and after a bit, some people come out of the. You notice there's a couple of 2 guys kind of go and cover the entrance of this warehouse. There's like a little door where there'd be an office, and there's like the entrance where all the speeders and swoops came in. 2 guys kind of show up in the back, and they're armed openly with carbines. And then another guy shows up with 5 others, a little older Rawwk man, shows up, and Rawwk, when he sees this, he has this look of shock on his face, and he walks in and says, "Oh, Rawwk, I'm surprised to see you here. I was just taking care of some other business." And 2 of the guys, you notice 2 of the mooks that are holding they're holding this body, and they kind of drop it. They kind of drag, drop.
Oh.
Surprised meeting you here. Rawwk's like, "Oh, well, let me explain. Everything's okay." He's like, No, you don't need to explain anything. I get it. You're doing business with a competitor. That's. I can understand that quite perfectly. He's like, No, I was going to do this. I was going to pay you back the money. I mean, it wasn't my fault, this whole thing. He's like, if I wanted money, I would have just kept it and wouldn't have contracted you to do the job. I wanted the job done. That's kind of how this works. So Rawwk's like, well, okay, how about this? And his other guy, his men are kind of, now you notice they're like covered. Mm-hmm. The other 2 guys have them, and they would draw, but they notice that they're, if they go for their weapons, they're gone. Well, I was like, okay, well, how about this? You can just take these slaves here, and we can just call it. I think that's great. He has his hands up, and everything's. And the Rawwk looks at him, kind of like this patronizing friend, like, we're going to talk frankly here. It's kind of, he says, "Give me the slaves. I already have them." Rawwk, the color was gone from his face. Suddenly it turns red. He looks over at you for a moment. He says, "Get them! And then he reaches down for his weapon. This is a moment where you might want to see if you can resist.
Okay. So that is 2 yellows, a green.
What kind of check is it? Discipline?
Yeah.
4 green.
We believe in you.
And I figure
Daunting, I believe, is daunting is 5, isn't it? No, formidable. Yeah, daunting's 4. Okay. I'll give you 1 advantage on this because really all you have to do is wait. You know, it's one of those things you don't have to completely not do it. You just have to wait a couple seconds.
I'm getting around to it.
Yeah, which makes it a little easier. And then there's also kind of I'll give you another 2 more. Just because this is so critical. You know, it's one of those things where...
Well, I was going to possibly...
If you'd like to.
upgrade
Would you like to
use a force token, yeah.
Yes.
I'm giving all my hope to you.
Okay.
Let him die.
So let's see, I think that is good.
Resist.
Let's see, so there's only 2 failures. Do I have any successes?
Yeah,
2 successes. So those cancel each other out. And once again, we end up with
There's a lot of triumphs.
one
advantage.
One
Or
advantage.
advantage.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to hold on to that advantage. So you have to shoot one of these guys. Go ahead and make a check.
Shoot, and so I'm not quite sure who he's referring to me. Shoot, one of the bodyguards for Curvase.
He was not specific, so in his panic, you know, your question is quite valid. Who should you shoot?
And so what did he say again?
Shoot them.
So I can't shoot him. Them implies that somebody other than himself.
And I will say because of the circumstances say not shoot his man or one of the slaves. So I think it's clear in general, but specifically not.
Okay, I'll pick on whichever one looks the least sturdy or strong. So
maybe that's the boss.
Well, definitely not the boss.
Okay. Okay, so it's, the rest of them they're just minions. So
okay, so
although they look fairly tough, I mean they don't look like just street rabble. So
I assume we don't have to worry about.
No, I'm not doing initiative or anything. Because basically this is like an OK Corral, everyone's shooting kind of situation.
We believe in your mighty cannon. Save us, Pen. Save us.
That advantage will come into play though. So not into this roll, but in the situation.
Okay. Can I aim using
a maneuver?
Yeah, maneuver.
Sure.
And they're within short range.
Yes.
Okay. Oop, I forgot the purple one, but
okay.
There.
Oh, okay. 2 hits and
successes.
An advantage.
Advantage.
That's what those are.
2 hits. That's 11 stun damage and an advantage.
All right, you shoot one of them.
I'll take cover with the advantage. Can I use that for an extra maneuver?
Okay.
Cover?
Yeah, you take cover. There's not really much to go with wherever you are. You're kind of out a little in the open.
You go down to a knee then or something like that.
Okay. So one of them's knocked out. Just boom, he falls over. Everyone else starts shooting. The 2 guys are gone. Ral is hit by everybody else. Falls on the ground. There's just the one volley. You now don't feel compelled to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
The advantage, they kind of get a sense of that.
Mm-hmm.
So you push, they can see the resisting for a moment, then you had to go.
Okay.
So they saw, it conveyed that idea to them. So, after everyone's down, they kind of look at you for a moment, and their weapons are aimed, but
so
they don't automatically
actual combat. There wasn't any other time to do any maneuvers. It was just
it was just that one boom, boom, boom. You knocked one of them out,
okay.
and you stunned him. So that's you didn't kill him.
So yeah, I mean obviously I assume to people that are paying some attention that they can tell that the weapon's powering down.
Okay.
And then I'm trying to make my way over to somewhat stealthily make my way over to the body because I'm going to try to find the controls to the neck.
He's actually going over to the body. So
I'll follow him along there. I'll kind of stay a step back from him.
Okay.
Almost like he's already my master.
Okay.
So
he goes over, reaches in, pats him down. There it is. He looks over. I assume we're not going to have any more problems. He looks at you.
Not master.
Hmm.
Question. So the control that he's using for the restraining bolt, is that the same control that
No,
blow their heads off?
It's a different one.
Okay. Did he grab that too?
No, he found it, but he didn't like make a show. Like, oh, is this a problem?
But it's on him.
Yeah, he goes and he gets that.
Okay.
He looks around. He goes over to the nomads because it's obvious that they're nomads. He goes over. He kneels down and says, "Where did he get you from?" And they're like, "Oh, we're from this. We're from a tribe here. They came and captured and stuff." And so he goes over and he goes, "Okay, so click, click, click." And he undoes their collars and he goes, "Okay, by the rights of the blood debt, I believe you should return in 1 year and pay me back." And he said, then they go and they spit in their hands and they hold it up to him and he just nods at that. And so apparently he knows of the local bit more of the local customs, and so you're free to go. And one of the older ones, I don't think we have anywhere left to go. So, well, stay here. Let me deal with these others, and I'll see what we can do.
So we're getting the impression that the group that we were trying to help was wiped out.
Yeah. You don't know. Oh, you do because you're actually been been a little bit more mobile. Yeah, they went back and they got revenge afterwards. So some of them, a lot of them were slaughtered, and of course, there's only one person guarding them. Then the one competent fighter.
Yeah. Well, some of the people escaped though. But.
Yeah, some of them kind of got away, but they're scattered. Most of their equipment at the camp is destroyed, and so it's like, okay, how. I'm sure they could survive very well because this is how they live, but at the same time, you're leaving them out in the desert without anything. So they might make it, they might not. So that's where that is. You two don't know, but you probably may have heard from him if he's talking or if he has a moment to talk to you.
Sure. Yeah.
So he goes over. So you two don't look native. What's your story?
And I talked to him in Trandoshan, even though I can speak common, I don't actually speak common to him. So I don't know if he can actually understand me.
Okay.
But I explained to him that where I was from Bespin and I was working on there. But I don't know if you can understand it, but it's just a bunch of hisses.
I'll wait a second and I'll translate for him if I can.
Okay. All right. It looks like one of the guys that are with him actually kind of goes over and nudges him. So if you want to cut that off, but it looks like he's kind of like,
Well, one, I'm not sure if I understand Trandoshan, do I?
Probably not. It doesn't make sense for you.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not a protocol.
Right.
Oh no, actually, wait. I take that back because you actually kind of were an interrogator, so that's something you would know. Yeah.
Okay. So for two reasons, I want to play along with the idea that he can't speak common, and for the second reason is to act like I am making use of myself, so I will take a step forward and translate.
Okay, so you're the one who translates for him. Okay. All right, and what about you?
It's a long story. It's a long story. Basically, through a series of unfortunate events, we were trying to help these people in motion to the few survivors, and unfortunately we weren't successful. And we were captured in our attempts to rescue them, and we've been his slaves ever since.
Well, what did you do before this?
I was a pilot. I piloted a ship. We made several expeditions back and forth transporting cargo.
Oh, what ship? The Jawa Sun?
The Jawa Sun. I know it was Sun. It was a Jawa Sun under Captain Captain Wes.
Oh,
yes.
You're Captain Wes's crew.
Yes. She met her demise when we were attacked by a pirate.
I know Cat. Oh! Your name is Coren by chance, is it?
It is.
He kind of smirks a little. It's like, oh, well, somebody already owns you. And he goes and clicks the button and undoes your neck.
And your head blows off. Oh, wait, wrong button.
And that is why you are stressed out by your obligation. That is where it begins.
Yes.
Because even an underworld guy is not going to jump on that. So
The trouble I'm in is so much trouble.
So he clicks that off, and your friend here, I'm assuming, okay? Right? You two are on the same crew. Jessa was a good woman, and she's she's done me a favor in the past, so she unlocks both of you.
Oh. I said thank you. I don't know if he translates.
Yeah, thank you. So we really appreciate it. We were trying to do a good deed, and it just didn't work out for us. And we can see that you're a very kind-hearted person.
Now, when you say wait, are you including him in there, or Penn? Are you? Is that you two, or is that the three of you?
I'm assuming you've been kind of playing by yourself in your dealings with Rawwk.
Well, with Rawwk, he knew we all attacked together,
Well, yeah.
so and I would have been, feeding you guys information whether or not he ever caught me doing that or anything like that, or even if he even cared.
The three of us.
Okay.
My friend Penn there, who we already met as well.
Okay. Well, we get to one of the other guys. They go over. One of them has a little spanner thing. He pops the restraining bolt off. So I'll do this. I think you guys. I'd like a favor in return. This is a fairly large favor, if you don't mind me asking. Maybe saying.
That sounds fairly reasonable for what you're doing for us.
Okay. Well, I actually
I'm just quiet.
come with me and we'll sort out the details. He just kind of steps over the body.
Is he gesturing only to him or
To you guys, all three of you.
Okay.
So
I'll fall in line and
Okay.
keep back as if I'm a subordinate.
okay.
To
All right.
Coren.
Swipe, and you're in this office near a gladiatorial pit. There's like a kind of large stands and whatnot, but there's like a little building. He goes and sits down, and he gets this little canister out and says, you can start. You can start by paying me back by getting this to Clav. And he goes and picks up the canister and puts it on the table. Inside, I'd rather you not open it, but all it is it's a payment to somebody and a data stick with the details.
Absolutely, sure. We could probably do that, but we don't. At the moment, we don't have any way of getting anywhere. All of our things were taken. Our ship is lost.
Well, I'm sure you can find someone. I mean, this needs to get to. I don't know if you've heard of there's a small settlement on there called K2.
K2. No, I have not heard of it.
Of course.
Ah.
And I assume by my markings on my chassis that he recognizes and would deduct that I was with the penitentiary.
Okay. In that case, when he says that, there's kind of this knowing, like, of course, So then he kind of gestures it closer to you then.
Okay.
And so, it's not very many people know how to get there. That's something you don't know how to get there.
Okay.
You know about it. You've actually been there, but you've never been behind the wheel, so to speak.
I have no.
And you know that it's
I'm
very
not good with any of those kinds of things anyway. So
Yeah.
even
So-
if I saw like an astrometric chart, I would have still.
all right. So you have been there. Right? Well,
I'll hold the canister.
yeah. Well, there is somebody I know that knows the way. They just have a new ship actually that you should contact them. It's an engineer named Tana Garnet.
And we will know where to deliver this.
Oh yeah, that needs to get to F5. Or one of his if they'll accept it for him, one of his associates. But I assume that he likes to do business of this sort in person. I do it myself, but I have a bit of a history, and this is a bit of a mea culpa on my part.
We will see that it gets to F5.
Wonderful, wonderful. And then I'm sure in the future we can settle the rest of your debt. So what this means is this is a 10-point obligation on each of you. If you guys deliver this, 5 of it's gone, which means 5 will linger on.
Alrighty.
What kind of, can we negotiate for how much of the debt this pays off?
You can try, but you're in an incredibly bad position to do so.
I wouldn't be. I'm just grateful to get out of here.
Well, okay. I mean, either charming or coercion, or probably not.
This would be probably negotiate.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's what they're there for, so why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But,
Go ahead if you want.
okay. So when he says that, this will pay off, part of your debt or kind of thing, it's like.
So this is a 10-point favor, by the way. So you owe. Yeah.
I'll just say it is not many people you will find that can make their way to Clav as I can. This is quite a task you're asking me. We will succeed quite easily. Maybe we should result in less of or this should wipe our slate clean.
Okay. Go ahead and make a negotiate roll.
So I assume against his discipline or negotiate?
This is against his. This is going to be. I believe it's going to be just negotiate versus negotiate. Yeah. Because he's better at that. He's got.
I'm not sure good at it either. But.
He is 3 presence and 2 negotiations, so it's going to be 1 purple and 2 reds.
So my presence is also 3, and I'm trained in it once. So
okay.
Those.
All right. You're asking for a lot, so I'm going to give you 2 black dice.
A lot. Oh.
You're asking basically to double it, which doubling is a lot.
Doubling the.
You're basically he's asking. He's saying half now and half later. This is he's asking for 2 things for it basically,
Okay.
and there's going to be another 2 because it's kind of like his response is it depends on how much you value your freedom.
Oh, you got this.
That's why I was like, nope, I'll do the.
Yeah, if you want to.
I'll do the job.
No, I'm perfectly fine taking it. I'm just not quite sure. So when you say half, so you're saying that our debt, he says that we owe him
Basically,
for freeing us.
2 favors, and each of those is a 5-point favor. And so you're saying, how about just 1 10-point favor?
Okay.
And that's a fairly large thing to ask.
Oh! Who let the droid negotiate?
Those are canceled.
Quick, apologize for it.
That's what I was figuring.
Those canceled.
What's it called? Despair?
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Right.
You're those that you took 2 failures and canceled out 2 threats.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I think you have no. It looks like this. This should be 1 here. So I think this ended up as 1 threat and 1 despair.
This is another situation
Which
where I
counts
should
as
have
those
just spoken
seconds,
up
so 2
instead of letting him roll it.
Let's just call it even.
Yikes.
I take that statement back.
Should have just picked that doggone lock. No, I'll let him try it.
Would you
All
say
right.
something like, if we let you live, maybe we could...
Take a strain for that. The despair factors in somewhere. It's going to negate an option that you may or may not realize you can exercise. Okay, so
Yeah, use the ship. It's got air conditioning.
So back to the original thing. So it's a 10-point obligation.
yeah, it's a 10-point favor. 5 points of it'll go away for each of you.
Okay.
Basically, I was gonna. If you asked for money, he would have actually given you money, but now anymore. But that would have also been a debt. But yeah.
No. I know there's some money. Just got to get out there.
Okay, so he gave you a name of someone who has a ship who knows, which is Tana Garnet. Sorry.
Do I have a ship?
We have a ship. We have an arrangement.
You're a mechanic on the ship.
So I'll cut back to the doctor really quickly. So you went to your friend,
Yeah.
who's a Rhodian woman named Mita. You guys are sitting in a little bar somewhere, where she normally does business out of.
I'm a little jittery. I didn't want to use up the last one I had, and it's been a while.
Alright, she looks over. Oh, Deb, how are you doing?
Well, I've been
It's been a little while.
I've been better, yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Is that a spider?
How are you doing, Mita?
Not so good, not so good. Waiting on a shipment that it's a little late. I'm wondering if it's ever going to get here.
Alright, Dev looks panicked. Well, it's not related to our business, is it?
It is actually, unfortunately.
But,
Hoping you weren't going to make a purchase. She seems rather calm for everything.
yeah. And Dev is not calm at all now. Well, see, I'm running kind of low, and, well, I was hoping you just had a little something I could, I could get temporarily.
Well, I was hoping I have some stock. But I was going to hold on to it until I get this shipment thing worked out. So I'm sorry about that.
But I'm sure just you part with a little bit. What's the problem with the shipment?
I don't know. I was waiting. A friend of mine was supposed to be bringing us a couple of canisters of it, and unfortunately, I think it's this pirate activity. It wouldn't surprise me.
Blasted bastard pirate. He starts throwing out some curse words.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry I can't help you here. Actually, there is something, there is something that's been bothering me. If you could take care of it, then I could maybe give you the rest of my stock. Maybe a little extra to make everything right.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, well,
maybe
I don't know if this is really up your alley, but
I can take care of it.
I'm sure you might be able to get something, get some people to work it out.
Yeah, no problem.
A friend of mine, Maris, he was recently taken into custody by the Imperials, and they seem to want to take him off planet somewhere. So, but luckily for me, and for him, they don't want to wait for the next transport. And usually these Imperials here don't really get a lot of action from the rest of the Navy. They get like maybe once a month, every couple of weeks, get someone coming in with supplies for them. They don't want to wait. They want to get them off world now, so they're contracting out for it.
Oh,
so I've heard.
Okay, all right.
So if you could, maybe on the, is they transporting them out? Because I don't expect you to get into the garrison, but they've got to bring them out sometime.
So let me give you this straight, Nita. You want me to rescue someone from the Imperials for you?
Well, if it's too much of a trouble, then I could just wait it out.
But you could maybe front me a little bit of supply. I'll take care of the situation, get the rest from you.
Okay, well, I can do that. How about this? I'll give you. I'm willing to give you a full case.
Yeah,
which is about 100. It's 100 doses.
Yeah, that'll last me a few days.
I hope it's more than a few days.
I don't care. I have no idea how long.
In obligation terms, it's worth 4 obligation.
Okay.
So that'll kind of take you down a notch and make things a little easier. Also, I for your trouble, because I realize it's a big deal. Let's also get you 4,000 credits on top of that.
That's great.
If I'll give you the 4,000, if you can get them off world somewhere else.
Oh, I'll get them off world. Yeah, no problem.
Because this place isn't really.
I don't know if you heard. I have a ship now.
I have heard that.
Yeah. So, if you have some details, I'll go take care of it.
Well, I've given you all the details I have. You might want to ask around and try and get it. I think it's going to be in the next couple days, but I don't know with who. This is with who or.
So what was
specifically when?
Can you give me your friend's name again?
Maris. Oh, I do know it's going to be tomorrow.
That they're going to transport him off?
Yeah, that I know. Haven't found out when, so maybe you can do a little digging.
Yeah, and you said you know the contractor?
I don't.
You don't know who their contractor is?
I've just heard that it's someone local.
Oh, I'll take care of it. No problem.
All right, wonderful.
So, yeah. That's sort of...
Okay.
Yeah.
She goes and... I'll be a moment. She goes in the little back area. Comes back, gives you a couple doses, keep you kind of...
yes.
Got any more?
Is this like something I could take right here?
Sure.
Yeah. Is it like what?
How it's up to you.
I'm thinking it's like an injection thing. Cause
yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
You really are, John. Wow. Don't even so. I'm that bad.
Yeah.
I need it right now.
Remember, it's only 10 obligations, so it's not.
Yeah, it's just been a while.
Yeah.
So.
I like to take it in the eye.
Like those crazy movies.
Yeah. I'm clear-headed now. So that's great. I got this taken care of. No problem. So tomorrow, we'll get your friend. I'll get him off world. Let's call it done.
All right. 4,000 if you can. If you can get him off world.
Oh, yeah. No, we can't. I can do it.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, I'll see you later then.
All right. Thanks again, Nita.
It's fine.
Okay. So, sorry, you gave me a note to.
So this obligation, is this a different obligation?
This is off your obligation.
So I just add the points under mine.
Yeah.
Is that what?
No. You don't add anything. This is if she gives you this case, your obligation goes down by 4.
Oh,
That's the thing is your addiction is basically I'm gonna play it by you have a supply, so your addiction's not a problem. Oh, you're running low, your addiction is a problem now. So
okay.
Or maybe you're indulging yourself more, so the addiction becomes more. It's kind of how much of it is affecting your life. If you're gonna have a supply and you're just gonna slowly nurse it out, then that's not gonna be affecting your life as much, and then obligation goes down.
Got it.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
You guys, I gave tons of this stuff to, and you just lost the desert.
We didn't lose it. We put it someplace safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the ground.
I heard that part.
The little transponder, and we're gonna find it right now.
And they took the transponder. They took the thing you modified to find it.
I remember it was 3 faces that way. Mirror return.
That's right. It's still giving off a signal. We just need to
It's
modify it.
find it.
We need a mechanic who can modify it, rig it up.
Cool. And then the next scene will start off with Marisol.
No. I don't want to. Can we not record me?
Corvais Jade, he's a slaver, right?
Yes.
Is she gonna start on the ship at all?
Does other things, but no, I'm paying you guys. That's the thing. I was paying everybody. You guys just lost it all
Can we do my part off the record?
for the whole time. Should we mask your voice like it's like America's Most Wanted?
I'll dub it.
Yeah.
I'll write it down.
Okay, Marisol, what do you do?
So I go over to the gate, and I try and repair the ship.
You sound like Cookie Monster being paid.
You should have said you wanted to be a stormtrooper. We would have got you under the mask.
Is she gonna start on the ship in the next part?
No, not on your ship.
Okay.
Can you auto-tune me?
This will be very painful for you.
I can't believe that's his voice.
What?
The Bane. I never saw the movie.
Oh, you never saw his movie?
Oh, that movie's great.
It sounds like Deckard Cain talking into a cup.
No, I've seen clips.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
thought they were fake clips. It was,
Stay a while and listen.
It's just totally.
I will break you.
I will break you with the Herodric Cube.
it's like you phrased it as a question.
I'll stick
though.
with my
Yeah.
anime series B.
For some reason,
The movie's awesome. You should see it. It's
It's great. It's my favorite.
Really?
It's
a good one. Yeah. It ties the whole thing up so nicely.
Yeah, and I like Tom Hardy in that role. I think he's great.
He does a good villain. It plays off really well. It's just a lot of setup for boom.
Yeah.
Where the last one was a little setup, boom, 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 boom. It's 2 hours of booms.
I mean, it's not going to be like
You didn't see
Ben
Dark
Affleck.
Knight? Oh.
I'm boycott.
Have you seen the first
I did
one?
eventually see the first one, but I was boycotting.
What?
I don't like all the change. I don't like the Batmobile. I don't like his suit. I don't like none of it.
You have to see the first one because it makes so much sense.
I did eventually see it, and begrudgingly.
Oh.
Yeah,
I thought I knew you.
that's okay.
Wow. We learned something.
There's a lot of crappy superhero movies, and that's not one of them.
Yeah.
So I'm told.
Yeah.
Midnight screening. I watched the first 2 in the theater. Midnight screenings. I was like, what? Christopher Nolan's like awesome, and he should do all action movies. Yeah. I had seen like
How we
Memento,
doing?
and I was like,
at some
Yeah, I
point
need to
during
watch.
his conversation with the guy that rescued us, it glitched out and like everything is like doubled. So like he speaks and there's like a little bit of like a weird echo behind it.
Oh, that's weird.
I'm sure you can fix that,
That's
right?
because I have that second
I
mouth in the back of my head. And
All that Warhammer.
Yeah. I do too. I'm sorry I missed that.
They're yours.
Oh, this goes back this way.
am I done already? There's one cream filled.
I gotta start throwing those in.
But everything
There
else
was.
came out good. Just for some reason, right then, it just like started and carried up to.
To where it caused it.
So I think it was like too much memory, so I'm gonna save this one and then start up a new file.
Okay.
I didn't save it right now.
How are you gonna record this when you're back east?
I gotta get a laptop. Yeah, I'm looking for one.
You'll have to figure it out.
Mm-hmm. I'm making a backup though. I just because I wanted to see what happened without the gain
I
on.
have one of those apps,
So I wanted to
and it
make
works
one.
really well.
So I'll see how.
Oh, you've been recording?
Yeah. So I'll see how. It goes. But I don't know.
Theoretically, you could do this with an iPad
Yes.
if you got an adapter. Richard.
You want to use my iPad?
This is USB. Sorry.
Well, you already have it.
Oh, and options of doing it on the phone too. So.
That's why I wanted to do one. I gotta get. I'm either gonna buy a laptop or something. I'll
For
get
a
one.
tablet. But you already have one.
Yeah.
He wants a smaller tablet that he can like hold in his hands. A one-handed tablet.
I want the new one so bad.
Which one?
The 3 one that he announced. I want it so bad.
I want the Nexus 7.
Okay, no problem.
I need a bigger
I'm gonna take
version
this
of my
moment to
phone.
pee.
I will get a donut.
Yeah. And Marisol.
Aha!
This doesn't necessarily have to be like
What time
that.
Of course it will, yeah.
I always fly straight back.
I put this on yesterday with a green shirt and I look like Super Mario.
Nice.
Gully confirmed.
And so then we were at round table and I was like, it's me, we're having a pizza.
What is that?
We got it at round table. It's
Oh,
a
it's a
little
little-
mustache. But I had a green shirt on and then I was like, oh my god, I look like
Yeah.
Luigi.
Alright, I'll be back.
Chips, those are bad for you.
Did
I
you
do not
read
prescribe those.
that on? Yeah.
This is all bad for your heart.
Only this is like peppered ones. Those are good.
Well, that went better than I thought. I managed to get out of it with some obligation.
You didn't have to do anything. Just dodge a couple like.
Turns out other people have problems too.
Apparently, you have a lot of them.
Can't believe it. Twice in a row.
Well, I have 30 obligation now.
I don't even know where my obligation is.
On the backside?
It's
Come
just,
on, 25.
Gotta be around there somewhere.
Riding smooth
Right?
at 25.
There you go. Obligation. You got favor 10, criminal 5.
okay, so 15.
I don't remember what they are. But you will.
Oh, I don't-
You'll all find out.
Yeah, you cheated. You can put name for favor.
What?
Maybe I need some seed.
I mean, what do you mean? A second spot for obligation?
Yeah.
I didn't put it because I didn't know. I need to write it in.
Yeah.
Hey, what the heck? If you needed to write a bigger one, I just.
I just wrote it.
Yeah.
So we're at 10 points of favor, 25 obligation.
I'm on 15 of debt and 10 of favor.
There's nothing on here for debt either.
The word type is right there. You write the word. You write it in.
Need more spaces to write in it.
What the?
Obligation type? Obligation?
I know, but I left it empty. That way, if you need to write a lot, you can write it in there.
See, now I might remember how to write it.
What?
I need a clear direction to know where I'm supposed to write. Or
Um,
else it doesn't get written down.
You can use the official sheet because it does the exact same. Oh wait, no, it doesn't.
Soak it up.
It's half size. Choices
so
had
then
to be
what-
made.
what happened
Things
to
had to
this
be
sheet
left
for you
out.
guys?
What?
I gave you one.
We're not supposed to.
Daddy did.
You might not have taken it because you just took mine.
So how did you notice this was going on? Did you just see it in the...
I listen, never periodically. I
you just kind of...
Yeah. Yeah,
Good game, good
One
game.
on there.
It's a habit he just can't break.
You pull out some vinyl.
Yeah.
Yeah, good game.
Richard's monologuing.
That's good. Does it usually take this long? Is it affecting the
I
saving
know
of
it
it?
is affecting. I think it's because I have multiple tracks going on. Because I recorded basically like our bloopers in the beginning. Our terrible fake rolls.
What are you talking about? I got one good one.
And he's got Doug's step.
Yeah, I'm mixing in some music behind us.
Yeah, I probably am. I asked for the time because we needed a lightsaber and he was waving around like, it needs the sound effect. It's so weak without it. He's waving his lightsaber. I might find it.
Yeah, so
So you'll dub mics.
Yeah, I might.
The one thing we're going to have to figure out is what music do we use when we're not playing Star Wars.
Well, I'm sure he'll write a track one.
yeah,
Yeah.
try to track.
Unfortunately.
Warhammer.
Generic fantasy track.
Give me some like Indian scene behind it. Now you know we're in a different place.
I steal it from a SNES game. It's the same thing.
I'm going to get some spirit.
You a bigger gun.
I know you're using the holdout. That's 3. No, how much damage is that? 5? That sounds good. That's the
Why?
same
Because
as
that's all I can afford.
Yeah, you see, bet money didn't have.
At the time,
GM
like
front you money.
5 on the light blaster. I can keep it hidden. That sounds good. Start hitting things. The hell? This is a pop gun.
You got it like the flea market with the little string of.
I'm hoping just sheer numbers of people with little guns will help us.
I wonder if I can record while it's still like rendering the other one.
Could you open
It's
the-
running really choppy.
Yeah, let's
Just trying
not.
to do that,
Yeah, I wouldn't even, because I wouldn't want to screw up the render
yeah.
here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just saving as a project, which is taking a lot longer than it
Oh, you're just aiming it? Dang, it is taking a long time.
It's not doing like Jesse would do, where he would save it all as an MP3 like right there. It's just saving it as a project file, so I can go back and edit it. It's taking a really long time. Saw how fast it went last time.
Yeah, last time
it was like whoop.
and it was like the whole session.
Yeah.
Not the session, but the whole.
The whole half.
No more blooper reels.
Uh-oh.
I don't know, it could be coming. And then it stops so bad.
Don't do that.
Can I get a refresher course on mine? I know that I was going to be imprisoned for building. Oh wait, it's right here. Never mind.
Wait, I wrote
What
it
race
down.
are you? Are you human?
So you were, if I remember correctly, you were
We were there.
arrested for illegal modifications.
Building smuggler compartments.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Spaceship.
and then before you were prosecuted, they let you go because you called in, you got a.
By some mobster criminal to keep doing some custom jobs.
Yeah, so you
I
owe a guy
owe
a favor,
favor.
but you're also seen as a criminal who just got away.
I don't
By, like,
associate
the-
with criminals.
A special, well, by in
What the hell
general,
are you doing out here on the outer rim, man?
but also by
What's the name of the guy, the mobster guy?
she was. You meet her. A woman.
Some ladies in Star Wars.
Just like the modifiers, like backstory.
Raimi Jansen.
All modifiers have to.
She is a good shot.
Get arrested.
He's a good
Have to
shot.
get out.
Rami
You owe
Jansen.
people favor.
That's good for you to know, Dustin. Let me see this.
What? Don't hurt yourself. There's a lot on there.
Hey, medicine, eh? That's good.
That's right. That's it.
I'm looking.
Ripping up panels in your.
I hope so.
You just got your ship, didn't you?
Yeah.
Just recently,
Yeah.
like,
And you've been probably working on it for a few weeks.
So you want
You guys have maybe done a job together before
Yeah.
for something else, and so.
You're my engineer, the first mate, the ship.
You're his Gilligan.
And I'm your skipper.
A little bit.
Congratulations on winning the
I'm just
ship.
hoping it saves well. There's not like a.
Oh,
This ship has some
Let's
personality.
redo it, and I'll do some better rules.
I forgot. I have
I
have stickers for you guys,
and
too.
the ship's my Yoshi.
Oh, you have stickers.
stickers.
Oh snap!
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah! I know this guy.
And one for you.
He's internet famous.
Gonna Instagram it. Oh.
Another one for you.
Wait, what's this purple one? Oh, I want that one.
You're getting it.
Oh, I thought you.
And I have like 3 extras.
Can I give them to Ingrid because she loves stickers? Thank you.
Now I have 2 extras of each one. If anyone wants an extra. I have big packets of these, so don't worry. I ordered like.
Did you give them away at your show?
Yeah.
Do you have pins?
Not yet.
What?
I know. I have to design
T-shirts.
Yeah. That's where the money is, man. Selling t-shirts.
Yeah, that's gonna be next.
Monetize this shit.
Has anyone heard of Magfest before?
What?
I was gonna lie.
Magfest.
Where is it?
Hold on. And the news isn't special.
This won't be very exciting to you.
Yeah.
Then
Oh wait,
started
yeah,
going to
Magfest.
festivals again.
Magfest
so
is-
maybe I'm like,
Where is it?
It's in Maryland.
It's the big show.
It's a big show, and I'm playing.
What's a big show?
It's like
And how
thousands of people.
because what was the show you went to?
That was started off like last year, and that was a festival, 3-day festival. That's like hundreds of people. This is like
Thousands.
thousands. I pay for my like hotel, which is a really nice hotel.
Really?
Glass ceilings, like pools.
What?
Jesus!
They paid for my hotel and
You gotta
all
make
my
a music video.
food and everything.
Nice.
And then you're like in the VIP area for your drinks. Schmoozing.
It's a
like,
big deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
what?
That's awesome. So when are you gonna play like the Penny Arcade Expo or something?
Yeah, get on that, man.
We need to tweet this and Instagram and get your name out there.
Yeah, we gotta get you in packs so that you can then pimp.
Yeah.
We gotta piggyback.
I didn't want to say that. But yeah.
Obligation.
I have the nerve to say it.
Real life obligation.
Yeah, real life obligation. I will put the
Yeah,
sticker
we
in my
each
car.
throw $5 into a pool. We can sponsor you, and on the bottom of the t-shirt it should say, as heard on beggingforxp.com. And then
we can monetize it.
You might have heard me from
If you're not gonna sell T-shirts, we will.
just rips up all of my like images. Not a official endorsement of Fox.
You know that 99?
So close.
Almost there.
20 seconds left.
And all of a sudden a little hourglass shows up. And then it's like, not responding.
Yeah.
Oh.
Error of saving. Oh, I hate that. Just impact on the surface.
So Jim and I started playing X-Wing miniatures. You guys played that?
I haven't played it, but
It's out of control. We just look how many ships I bought. They're like
That's why.
$15 each.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which side do you generally play?
Well, we go back and forth, so we,
So you each buy all of them.
we each buy a lot of them. I built a foam case that I put my ships
Oh.
Oh, nice.
How long does a match take?
in. Maybe an hour. Yeah, there's
it's not
different
bad.
scenarios and stuff. It's
Do
pretty
you have the
I-
Millennium Falcon yet?
Yeah, and the Slave one.
Those were like $30, weren't they? Or did you get them?
They're like 20,
And then
$20 on
they
Amazon.
just came out with the Moldy Crow and which is
Yeah.
from Dark Forces or something.
Yeah, and on the Bada shuttle,
Mhm.
Lambda shuttle.
And then the B-Wing. And,
Yeah. You can't find them anywhere because they were on Will Wheaton's tabletop.
I saw that.
Yeah. And so as soon as that happened, they were sold out everywhere. I went to every game shop in Sac looking for Y-Wings.
And, yeah.
Damn that movie.
I got stuck on the Obi-Wan Kenobi thing.
If I would have known when I was at Gen Con, 'cause I waited through the whole line to get
I know.
this, and I could have gotten 2 of each of the new ships for you.
Yeah. If I thought about that.
Wasn't it?
I still sit and walk around joke with the Obi-Wan thing that what's his face, Seth Green was doing.
What was
Except
he doing?
it was oh, hello there. Come, yeah. Hey, young boy, come to my home. I knew your father. Your uncle knows you're here.
He's the perfect guy to have on that episode.
Yeah.
Are we good to go?
Yep.
Those were before the dark times. You mean the Empire? No, before Megan's Law.
Oh.
More civilized age.
Alright, I'm gonna get rid of these because I'll be.
That's not a bad impression, by
I'll
the
be.
way.
Oh, thank you. I've been sitting there, I've been walking around saying it for like
I've been
days.
practicing it.
Seriously, I have.
Because-
This is terrible.
Because they're crunchtastic, and I don't think anyone.
What flavor are they? Barbecue?
Barbecue.
That's where it goes from.
That's right, Doctor.
All right, a couple seconds of silence. Crunch people. Finish your
now.
Finish chewing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyone need any sodas or
I have to
anything?
pee. Oh.
I need some ice water.
Well, you're the focus, so just everyone chew and everything, do everything until Marisol's back.
Can you give me a soda?
Pepper?
Yes.
Alright.
Soda with pepper.
Anybody wants my iced tea, they're welcome to it.
First time I had to stop and get Diet Pepsi.
I know, I was shocked. This is like clear liquid you're drinking.
It is Trader Joe's.
Yeah, it's green tea iced tea. So it's
That's too much teas.
green and white tea, I guess.
I don't know why I just did that.
We had all this time to do this.
I know. Michael went up to use the bathroom. Richard went to use the bathroom.
That's it.
Alright, we're ready to go.
That's it. That's it.
Alright, I'm ready.
Wow.
I don't need you guys to be ready.
Marisol, go!
I need Marisol to be
You're giving the mustache, I'll play Marisol.
I'm not going to ask you one thing. I'm just going to ask you now. Are you guys going to look for her? Who's she's the one person who knows how to get to K2, I'm assuming? That's the next place you guys are headed?
Well, I'm trying that, and I'm trying to find
I want to go find
this
myself.
power converter for the hermit. So that's going to be my...
That's another thing, yeah. Okay.
I want to go see if I can find that spice.
I didn't get my weapon working.
I know.
After they damaged it.
But just so you know, this pushed... If it weren't for you taking on that 5, you guys are now at 105. So you cannot spend experience.
Oh!
Ah!
Richard!
Don't screw it up, man.
So if there's an impetus to...
Oh, what? It's
deliver
your
this
drug
stuff-
habit. That's what happened.
You know what, I don't know.
My drug
you told
habit's
us we were
under
taking
control.
10 at the beginning. We're taking 15 now?
No, you're taking 10.
And drug recreation.
So we were going to take 15 away.
You were at 75,
habit.
and you just took 30.
We just took 30.
Yes, but we were going. You said if I hadn't done something.
Oh, it was the taking on. It was the extra 5 that was accrued for the taking on the data pad.
Oh, the data pad.
Throw it in the
Oh,
garbage,
yeah. I thought you
right?
thought my failing my negotiation at
Oh,
5, and I was
that had
like,
nothing to do with it.
okay, gotcha.
Can you just drop the data pad in the garbage?
No, he still has the obligation though. That's the
Oh.
problem.
You'll
Oh,
have
wait,
to find the data pad.
you guys will go down by not 35, by 25?
25.
25. If you guys can get to K2.
I was hoping it was like my quest log's full. I'll just dump some quests.
Let's go.
Okay.
Okay.
Dang, I'm actually
So-
good at that.
Okay, so Marisol, Tana you're finishing up a job. You're at Port 2112. You're finishing up. You're trying to, someone's hired you to install some of the the smuggling compartments in their ship. They'll pay you 200 credits for the base, but then what the trick is, anyone can technically install that, but the trick is you can mod these things further and get more and more storage hidden. So if you want to make a mechanics check, I believe the difficulty is hard.
Do you want to use a force token to make it harder for her?
Or use 3.
I'll go ahead and do that.
I'd rather use
You
use
fool!
now.
You're welcome.
This is a hard check. He made it hard. Ooh, okay.
And yeah, that's the trick is
All
that.
in.
Hold on.
Hold on one second. This check is not going to result in my death, so I'm happy that I have to use it. Or so you'd have to fail it really bad. The droid dies. What?
Sets off a
Somewhere.
It's the butterfly effect. You failed this check. Meteor hits the droid.
Okay, so it's a hard check. So one of those
The
purples is
universe is all connected, Richard.
one of those. So one of those is 2 purple and a red because I'm upgrading,
Purple, red.
and then it's a mechanics check. So what your mechanics, I believe, is based off intelligence. So
Oh, it's good.
Intelligence is 3.
Okay.
Intelligence.
So you're gonna. It would be 3, but you have what? 2 training. So we're going to change 2 of these green into 2 yellows.
Yeah.
Anything else?
If there's anything else that she can throw in. This is to install 1 modification. And then you'll get paid for that extra mod, and then you'll get paid if you can mod it a second time.
We're just happy if you get 1.
I don't think she has anything that adds to making mods. Strangely enough, that's actually a little bit more Bryan's thing, is modding stuff.
Nope, that's it.
Right, good thing.
Just checking. All right, you're all set. There's no blacks, unfortunately. Ting, 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 ting.
Oh.
Hey.
So it's a success.
Nice.
And 2
A success into
advantages.
Gone. Those cancel. So you got 1 success and 2 advantage.
Yep. Okay, so you've added another mod. That's another 550 credits.
So that's 750?
Yeah, so far. You can try and add 1 more. The difficulty is going to be 4. I will also modify that one by 1, so, you know. I'm working in your favor. I'm turning
this use that
He's going to turn 1 into a purple.
I will allow, yeah, you can use that advantage to add a boost die.
Okay.
No, it's only 1 red.
No.
I'm only modifying it up once.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
He brought it back.
So it's 3 purple, 1 red.
1 more purple.
Because it's now every mod you add past, it gets more and more difficult. Now, there are also other expenses to this, but the client is paying for this, so I'm just seeing what's your cut of everything. So
Let's see how good a mechanic you really are.
yeah, parts are paid for. This is just labor.
No pressure.
Okay.
It's successful.
Cancel. Those are all going to stay. Oh, that cancels. Okay.
Okay, so it's 2 successes and a threat.
No, 1 success.
1 success and a threat. That's all you need is 1 success and 1 threat. Okay. So, all right. So the second mod, it's not as good, so we're not going to give you we'll shave 50 off for the threat, and so it's another 500.
Dang, you rich.
That's why
I gave you guys
I know. Okay.
worth thousands of credits each, and you just threw it in the desert.
She's going to spot me the money for
Well,
space gas.
you didn't give us a ship to get it there. We had to walk across the
It was
desert.
either
Fair
live in
enough.
the desert or die in the desert holding it.
Yeah. I gave you all this gold in the middle of the desert.
Well, hey.
Speaking of having no money, exactly how naked are these 2 slaves?
That's a very good question. That's a great question. You guys are wearing just. You guys are wearing. You have clothes, but they're not. They're like really ratty.
They're tattered rags.
Yeah.
Our stuff back.
You have shoes?
Lizard people don't really need clothes, so.
I liked my padded armor. Though.
Yeah.
I mean, it was nice and powdery.
So this ship you're working on is a YT 2000. It's kind of like the Falcon, but the cockpit's kind of in the center.
Oh, yeah.
In between that. There's some other little differences, but that's really the main thing. It's that same line of ships. It's owned by Captain Coren Pert. So he goes, you're just finishing up. Oh, this looks great. It's wonderful, and he pays you your money. Great. Next, I'll thank you next time I need to modify this thing.
Anytime.
So you're, this is the Golden Edge is the name of the ship.
Dang. That sounds tight.
It's just a really crazy, crazy name for a okay ship. So I'm assuming you guys are heading over to look for her because you guys. So as you're coming down the ramp.
So these look like beggars, basically, right?
Kind of, yeah.
Thank
I mean.
you.
Well, no, he looks like a beggar. You look like a Transdotian.
I look the same.
Which is,
What do they wear?
Did they take the 4 credits I had on me?
No.
Okay, so I have 4 credits. Can I get some clothes for, upgrade their attire?
You can get clothes, but they will not be upgrades. It would not be worth the money.
I know they took my 42 credits, right?
Yeah, you guys have no money, no stuff. You just have the clothes on your back, which are not thick enough to provide armor.
I figured.
Can I get 2 trench clothes?
I will say, I will give you this. One of you guys can take Ral's heavy blaster, and one of you can take his armored clothes. Not his armored clothes. He just said clothes.
Heavy clothes, you mean?
Heavy clothes, thank you. So you guys can take that and use like a jacket and...
I'll let you have that.
You
Just so
know.
you can look better.
Sweet. I got heavy clothes.
I assume they took my weapon that I've worked very hard on for
Yeah,
years.
your personal weapon, yes, that's still at their little base.
Well, I am now.
Okay, so now
You can go back.
Oh, I will go.
I'm with you. I don't mind getting a little revenge.
So that was
We died.
heavy clothes, you said?
Yeah, it's yeah, heavy clothes, so that gives you 1 soak, any heavy blaster.
Alright. That's,
Come back.
You need the stats for heavy blaster?
I will.
I'll find it.
7
I can
damage,
look at
3, 7 damage, 3 crit,
Don't lose my stickers.
medium range.
They're holding the pages together.
Maybe I'll just work on that one. This is my new one.
And 2 encumbrance.
Alright.
Like heavy oil.
Well, you know, technically those other guys had light blaster pistols. One of you guys want to pick up the light? You want a light pistol?
I'll pick it up.
Okay.
There's no ammo for
It's
it.
dirty and not.
It's not my weapon.
It's covered in blood, but hey.
Oh, I like that part.
It's your blood.
I like that off, but
Okay, so the ragtag group of guys comes over.
I'm like, oh brother, here comes trouble.
So describe your character a little bit, Marisol.
What do you mean? Well, I just finished up a job, so my clothes is all... I have a jumpsuit, and it's all rolled up, and I've got grease everywhere. My hands are rough from working with, you know, tools. And my hair's done up, and I've got like a little bandana thing holding it back to keep the sweat.
long hair.
Mm-hmm.
You got some tools
Color?
sticking out of your pockets in your jumpsuit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so yeah, so I have a little rag right here in the back pocket, and yeah, so I'm like walking out, kind of sweaty, kind of disappointed that I couldn't get that second
Mod to work quite right.
Yeah, but it's like I was kind of, you know, off my game because, you know, I know that this is kind of what I've been in trouble with the law for installing these illegal custom jobs, but I'm still trying to, you know, get better at it because, you know, even though it's illegal, it's what I do.
It's good money.
It's good money, and
Yeah, it is.
I like putting my skills to use.
Cops always after me.
Yeah,
Stop me
chop chop. Yeah.
Put some knots in there.
So, yeah.
So I walk into the spaceport garage.
Yeah, it's a
spaceport.
Yeah.
And I'll go, Tana Garrett.
Come with me if you want to do
I'm like, what's up? What do you want? Yeah?
I kind of take a second. We would have a job that you might. We were hoping that you could help us with.
Now, do you still look
But I
like a
don't know you.
penitentiary droid? Sorry.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Alright.
Interrogation room, even though he's really beat up, and so he looks like he's been in an explosion or something and never quite fixed.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if maybe that has some flashbacks to being in the blinker.
Yeah.
I remember you.
criminal.
He's trying to be friendly.
I don't know, man. I don't know you. Who are you working for? What kind of job is this?
I'm trying to get back to Clav.
I don't think so, no. No.
The blaster starts. No. How do you want to play? I think we talked about this last time too. Charms and coercion checks on fellow PCs.
I think we can make the roll and just let everybody role play out the results the way they want to. So,
Okay.
So you're free to ignore if you feel like you have a strong enough
yeah.
rationale.
Or free to modify how, based on it. So, I'll kind of arbitrate.
I'm trying to think of something that I might think she wants, because obviously I haven't brought it up, but take her. Job usually implies.
I can help her with her modifiers.
Oh, snap.
That's
It's a good time.
Excuse
Is Penn the only one there? Or you
How
guys
do you
there?
know that my skills need working on?
Well, you said you were worried about your mods. I assume you.
How do you know this? What,
I can see it on your
look
face.
at
I can see that that's the wrong wrench for that sort of model.
Oh, seriously?
Oh.
R23 wrench. That's
Snap.
a R34.
Actually, she might actually be a better mechanic than you, though. If I.
Maybe, sure.
She has better mechanic skill.
Oh well, then yeah.
Who knows if she's actually had more experience?
We would be able. We'd be able to do you a favor in return.
I'm not looking for favors if it means going back to Cloud.
Oh, we would be going to K2. We wouldn't be going to the penitentiary.
That's a different story.
Yeah, I
at
forget to
least.
mention that.
Huh. We're not going to the jail.
K2 is, it's friendly at least for you. For you.
Yeah, how much would she know? Does she recognize it as what it is, a droid kind of
Well,
dark port?
she actually has been there, so.
Okay.
And there's
You want me
money.
to roll
It's
charm check?
it's dangerous to get there, but there's some great money to be made. So
But I just made it, but I'm making it rain over here.
That won't go very far.
you made it. Well, the thing is, putting that
You don't
put how
put it
much
up
you
your
made
arm.
versus the repairs that need to be made on the ship and the costs of those. I mean, that just gives you a sense of scale.
And depending on how threatened you feel. I mean, you don't know that we're really bad shots, but we look impressive between the
Are you sure about
tradition
Have you seen my claws?
Yeah. He's just wearing a
we're fairly scary
loincloth.
looking. That's what I said.
He was in a blast and survived.
Who's this job for? You haven't even said who you're working for.
We have a number of packages to deliver.
All at K2?
Yes.
That smacks of providence to you. there's something divine at work here.
I don't know, man. I think you're gonna have to talk to the captain of this ship because I'm on a ship, but I'm just a mechanic, and though I like going to K2, I don't wanna.
Who are you working for now?
You don't know them.
How do you know that?
Well, you just don't.
Oh.
You don't need their circle.
We may be able to help you with it. Do you have some debt?
We all do, right? And
You do
I
not
just don't
appear to
wanna-
be answering any of my questions.
I just don't want to be working on more. I've got a rap. And I don't.
So where is your captain at?
He's around.
Is that your ship?
Somehow
I point
No.
to the. I point
No.
to the
Well, that's my work in there. If you want to see,
Oh.
I'll show you what I'm.
You don't know if Captain Pert would be happy with that.
Yeah.
You guys
Sure.
are cops, are you? You're not cops.
Anything that will keep you kind of in conversation. Show us your work.
Let's see how good you are.
I don't know. You have to come back around later when he's not around.
You can show them the work you've done on the other ship.
Yeah.
Although I don't know.
So just to be clear, and I don't. Obviously, Penn doesn't know this, but the work you were doing just now was for a different captain. You're not working for that captain. You're working for the captain.
Captain Dev.
I was just doing a job right now for Coren Pert.
Do I know that person?
If you want to make like an underworld check, you could.
Let's see.
It'd be hard because it's just picking out.
I don't need you guys. I'll get this captain.
If it was Streetwise, it's something different. I have at least a little bit of a chance with Streetwise, but
Yeah.
Streetwise
Streetwise is more like talking the talk, so to speak. Yeah.
So you can't tell us where your captain is right now. It doesn't sound very reliable.
He lets his presence known to those who need to know.
Still.
I stumble in.
Jesus, man.
Needle stick
out of business. He's got stuff to do. He's not gonna hang
How many
out.
ships are in this?
You're the best
In this
engineer
one port,
person
I mean, this
ever.
is just where one ship is. So, I mean, there's.
We're
I
gonna
mean,
be
there,
so
I mean how many are
disappointed.
like a city or just?
Yeah, well, I don't think we ever clarified how big the spaceport is when we were doing our original.
Oh yeah, a lot. Let's say like.
Oh my
you know,
god, you just start stealing.
30 or 40 at least. Just
Okay.
because, again, there's a lot of smuggling going on here,
Yeah.
so
That's fine.
there's different places all over town. So
Gotcha.
they're kind of clustered around one area, but they're kind of all over the place just because it's too profitable. Not it's too profitable profession to like. You're like, hey, I need to make some money. I'll open a spaceport. I'll charge people for landing there, and there'll be plenty of people doing it.
I'll take a second to look at the other people in the port currently, like different mechanics and stuff, with the idea that I'd come back later and say, you know that Tara? Do you know who she worked for? Kind of thing. And so
Yeah. Well, I mean, right now you're in the little bay where the one
You
ship
really know
is,
how to
and then there's a
pronounce
couple
that
others
name?
in this area, so you can kind of see them.
Short-term memory in the droid.
Tana. Ever.
There's a blaster bolt right here.
This droid's got sass. Whatever.
Part of interrogation.
Where's that restraining bolt?
So you're saying nobody else is there?
Well, there are some people you can go. I'm just saying in this immediate area, there's no one else there because it's just the ship. And
Okay.
if you
I was
can think
picturing
of
a hangar with other people working in it, but
no, this is like a little section for this one ship. There's another one for another ship. If you think of the first movie, where the Falcon had that one area that it was like kind of parked in. Yeah, there's multiple of those. So to speak.
I'm afraid to even start this tangent, but when the first movie, you mean
There's
I
different,
knew Hope.
there's different landing bays, right?
the first three I totally blocked out of mine. I have no idea.
Wait, there were 3, 4.
Where does this guy come from?
Okay. Well, unless you guys have an idea, then
No, I want to
fine.
talk to the captain. So
We don't know who the captain is.
I know, but I'll come
So
back.
I'm thinking we'll come back later and
Yeah, I
ask
have no
around,
idea.
and I think we can find out who the captain is that Tana works for.
I say we just kidnap her.
You best be stuffy.
But you know.
Oh,
I'm a Trandoshan, I kidnap her.
She's done time.
is that a wrench?
I think I can deal with that.
Oh, yeah.
I think I recognize you. Or did I interrogate you when well, I want to also look for this power converter.
Okay.
So, Rawwk, did you? That was your name, right? Yes, Rawwk. At some point during our walk over here, I was like, I still need that power converter. Do you think you would be able to find one in the city?
I remember what it looks like. I don't on my data pad, but I remember the specifications.
How expensive are they?
Depends on who you talk to.
I'm just wondering.
I mean, of course, you get one price. You get one price there, but you know, you can make favors, you can deal, and you can get them cheaper.
This specific piece would cost $2,500. This is for like a big industrial grade moisture evaporator. So it's not. This isn't like something you put on your ship or a little personal equipment. This is like
Bigger.
Would it be, obviously for future reference, would it be able to fit in our ship?
Yeah, and it's not a big. It's not necessarily a large piece.
Okay.
It's just it's a heavy duty kind of industrial grade.
So it's expensive, but not necessarily large.
Yes,
Gotcha.
I mean it's
Like a crate?
like bigger than a
sphere?
bread box large, but not like
7 people to move it.
No, it's no.
I got nothing else for
Oddwords for it.
What?
Rachel blocked it from his mind. It's like, nope. Doesn't
We
register.
could roll this chance cube.
Yep, that didn't work.
Well, as soon as we get out of earshot from her, I'm going to go look for somebody then who looks like they hang out around this port.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not done with it.
Okay. What are you looking to do? Just to
I'm going to ask questions about her.
Okay. I'll roll this chance cube and see what happens. So you got an advantage on a bush die. All right. They know little details. She works on she's associated with Dr. Darran. They're on the Lazy Bantha.
Very
It's a
good.
terrible name for a ship. That golden edge.
Let's go see that guy.
Lazy bastard.
As soon as whoever it was said that, I turn around and we'll try to
Yeah,
find out where the doctor is.
Start trying to track
How
him
many
down now.
parsecs did it take to make the custom run for that thing?
Do they indicate where the doctor can be found?
No, not with that result. They give you get the information, but nothing more.
Can I do a charm
Yeah,
or an
start-
interrogate?
No, it's just what they know.
Okay.
So
I was headed back to the ship, by the
Okay,
way, so I might
so-
be there now.
we'll wipe and go to the ship. So show up. I'm assuming you're going straight back to the ship.
Yeah.
So you guys are there for a moment to.
Well, you come around the corner into the bay and you hear me swearing, and I'm over there trying to get the hatch open,
Yeah.
the hatch. It's not working again, and I'm like pounding on it.
Dude!
The hatch is
Tana!
kind of like.
Tana, it's not working. I can't get in the ship.
Oh,
He looks very frustrated.
Yeah.
Sounds
So
very
then
promising.
I go over there and I you're not doing it right. That's why. And so then I open it up for him and I'm like,
Shouldn't be
"You
this
just-
hard.
You've had to kind of hot wire a thing, so when the normal control doesn't work, you have to. Okay, you got to go and put these wires together, and
We
then
roll down the window
Yeah.
on the passenger side. That's
keep a
enough.
clothes
You can
hanger.
get in through there.
Oh, good. Thank you. Hey, listen. I got some work for us.
All right. Well, what are we up
You
to?
might not like it, so let's go in and have a seat.
All right.
All right, you guys are climbing up, and the thing. These three show up,
Oh,
Poor
brother.
guy.
obviously looking around. Kind of, I think it's this place.
Like we don't see them, right? We
No,
don't
you see him. That's
Oh.
what I'm saying.
All right, stop.
So we're walking into the hangar.
Yeah.
You sound like a really bad joke.
Yeah.
You made a transition and Joy walking about the
Jesus.
What do these guys want to sort
They're a
of?
hot mess. Don't bother.
Oh, you know these fellas?
Yeah, they're all asking earlier about you and asking
Oh.
about me.
They probably heard of me.
Oh no. Saying this in your own mind? Okay.
One of those kind of captains.
And so I
No,
sort of straighten my shirt. No, what do they got? What do they want?
You guys look in the hangar, and there is this beautiful YT 2400. That's it has the one where it's got the circular hole, the round hole, and then the one cockpit kind of going off the side. And then is it not Dark Forces? Was it Shadows of the Empire? I
Yeah,
think?
with Dash Rendar.
Yeah. Anyway, this thing is just. It's either. It looks like it's almost like right off the lot. It's just well clean, well maintained. Everything looks great.
Right.
You as a pilot, you're like, this thing has actually seen some fly. You can see that it's been flown, but it's just been kept in good condition. Rather than it actually is off the lot. There might be something wrong with it.
All right.
No, this thing's been around, but wow, it looks pretty fancy. Whoever's
Good shape.
whoever had it, whoever's owned it, has really put a lot of work into it and kept it. Yeah.
I'll fix that.
This makes me worried, and I look to you guys and like, oh, so how are we going to talk this guy into helping us? We can't pay him anything.
Spice is still out
I
there.
whisper to you, this job we got, we could use some extra guys. How we talk them into helping us?
I got this.
That's your mechanic.
I forget how many of the spice canisters we have left out in the desert.
I put my notes on paper last time, so I don't actually have them. There was like 3. I don't remember exactly.
There's more than that. You guys each took 2, plus there was another extra one I think thrown in.
The captain threw one
I think
in,
there's
and
7
I took
altogether.
one. Oh, yeah, I think there were 7 altogether.
7 altogether, yeah.
No.
Okay.
But then you took
I
one
took
of them,
one
so
and
there's 6.
it's gone. So there's 6 canisters out there of good spice.
So one night.
Theoretically.
And
One
they're
wild
out
night
there.
Theoretically.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what I'm planning to use. The spice.
We're in a hole.
Okay.
Spice.
land.
Alright, then we'll walk towards the ship. I'll just yell, Captain.
Ah, who are you, gentlemen?
Are you coming down the ramp?
I am coming
wasn't
down the
quite
ramp.
sure.
I almost have my hand extended as I approach you.
I have
Oh.
extended.
I kind of.
You guys kinda look a little-
You don't want to shake my hand.
Don't look in the best shape.
Tana, do you come down the ramp too?
No, I hang back. And
But you're on the ramp, right?
And I'm kind of like, you're trying too hard. Dude, they're noobs. I talked to them earlier. They don't know what they're talking about.
You're so much cooler and more streetwise than I am. I got 3. It's all book learning.
But I'm streetwise.
Captain Dev, how at your service? How can I help you?
We need to get to K2, and we've heard you have somebody in your employ that knows the way.
Oh, you talked to Tana, I heard. Oh yeah, I'm sure she knows the way. She knows a lot of places.
She was not very helpful.
Oh, that's okay. She's got a bit of a rough side, if you know what I mean. But she's very competent. She's my engineer.
I can see she's doing a pretty good job on your ship.
Oh yeah, this is Lazy Bantha, fellas. It's
at that point, I walk away. Anytime I hear that.
I'm underneath it, and I'm like this. I'm like, this ship is a fine ship, and I tap it, and this piece of hole, this plating, falls to the ground. And I sort of pick it up. I'm like, Tana, that. I don't know what it is.
I'm already going to get the tape.
It fell off.
I'm already.
Yeah. Oh, she's gonna have this fixed in no time. This is a minor problem.
How did that happen?
It doesn't matter.
How long have you been captain of the Lazy Bantha?
It's been a long time now. So,
I look skeptical.
You look
all the time. I look skeptical.
So you're looking for a ride there, a guide there?
Yeah.
No, hell, we're not offering our services. I yell from inside.
Don't worry, Tana. It's okay. I got it. I'll tell him to buzz off. No. She's like that. I'll talk her into it. Don't worry about it. But you have a deadline to be there?
We have a general timeline of when we need to
good,
be
because
there.
I need to take care of some stuff first, and maybe we can trade favors here.
What do you got in mind?
I gotta take someone off world tomorrow, and we'll discuss the details. But you help me with that, and
is this illegal?
Your droid here is pretty funny.
Yeah,
Does he even know where we are? Seriously.
He's, as you can see, he's a little roughed up, but
that's all right.
He works fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about him.
So yeah, we take care of this. I'll get you to K2, or whatever he's called. Yeah, if Tana knows, we'll get there.
Really?
Yep.
Let's discuss your thing.
Once you come aboard, I'll get you something going in the galley. We'll have a few drinks. Come on. Tana, we have company.
That sounds better than anything else we're going to get.
Yes.
Even though this guy doesn't seem
But I
exactly
want to use
the most wise. So I'll kind of give you the okay.
Don't let them touch anything.
What's that supposed to mean?
I imagine I could get something to carry the canister off of Rawwk, off of his corpse or something like that. Or a sack or something to carry the canister in that Corvais gave us.
He doesn't. He's not going to have a backpack because he has people and a truck and everything.
Well, how big is that canister?
It's one encumbrance. It's not a big deal. Not a big.
Okay, so I just strapped it to my backpack.
Yeah.
So are you guys following him in?
Yes.
Okay. So the interior of the ship is just as nice as the outside. Except there are quite a few panels that have been removed and wires are hanging out. It looks like maybe someone's trying to trace down a problem or something. But you put those panels back, they're brand new. So he takes you to the, there's a lounge area with a galley and a bar. Mm-hmm. And you see the bar is kind of stocked well. Can I get you anything to drink? I look over at the droid, some oil or something? No, okay.
You have any lung?
Oh, what? Am I familiar with that?
Pretty common.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I got that. Carillion?
Tell somebody's on
I have Carillion drinks.
I'll give you a, let's see, either a perception check or a medicine check, however you want to roll that.
What is he checking
like-
on?
I just want to notice that he's on something.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I probably won't, but
Versus your cool. So no,
No.
your roll. It's just-
So perception or
medicine.
let's go with perception.
So the base
Oh,
is
really?
what's cool and what?
3
it's
and
not
1
gonna be
trained.
different.
So it's gonna be.
Oh, so it would be 1 red and 2 purple.
I'm not even going to try because I don't think it'd be realistic. But did you want to see if you noticed?
I have good perception.
Okay. 1 red, 2 purple.
This guy's on drugs.
So
Nope.
This guy's cool.
you're still upset over losing your pistol.
So what was that drink called? Lum?
Lum.
Oh yeah, he's from Creeley. He knows this drink. He gets you one. Anything else? Have a seat over here in the lounge. We talk some business.
Take 1 strain from that. Actually, no. Hold on to a black tie for dealing with them next time. That would be-
So Tana, you're back in engineering or something? Or where you at?
I walk up, I grab a beer, I like twist off the cap on my arm, and I will go to my quarters because I'm like, I don't even want to. Yeah. You need to do what you need to do. I need to do what I need to do.
Right. Exactly. She's on board. Don't worry. So sit down, gentlemen. So here's what I need done. There's this fellow that, let's say he's in Imperial custody. And
Wait, let's say he's in Imperial custody, or is he in Imperial custody?
well, technically right now he is.
Okay.
Tomorrow he's not going to be because they're handing him off to some contractor to take him to... It doesn't really matter. But at that point we need to take him off world somewhere else.
And what is this gentleman's name?
This gentleman's name is Seabar Maris.
And I will try and see if I know that name.
And why wasn't he in custody?
Underworld?
let's go Outer Rim.
Outer
Or Under. This is more Outer Rim. This isn't really Underworld. So.
Okie dokie. Difficulty?
It's gonna be daunting because.
Oh, that's 4, right?
Yeah.
Hey! Okay, 2 successes and 2 threats.
All right. Take 2 stress from the knowledge of this.
Oh no.
You've heard he's involved with this growing rebellion against the Empire. So he's probably taken in on charges of treason.
Oh, great.
So we take him off world safe somewhere. We take the K2 for all I care. We're on the way.
As far as you're concerned, Penn, that's actually not a bad place to drop someone off because there's so much. I mean, there's not a lot of people that go there, but there's enough traffic that you can pretty
Get
much
lost.
Yeah.
And you can find some ride off world.
Oh.
But we just need to get him off here. I'm sure we can do it discreetly. And then you guys help me with that. I'll get you to K2.
Who's delivering him to the ship?
I don't know the details yet. And that's where you guys come in. We need to find out when tomorrow he's being transferred to this other ship, what the other ship is, and we just intercept him.
We just intercept him.
We just intercept him.
Just as easy.
You make that sound much easier than it's going to be.
Well, you look like skilled gentlemen. He sort of says that sarcastically, but you guys don't
catch that.
Yeah.
Like tattered rags?
By the way, I have some extra clothes. I see you've probably been in some hard times, but I could use a hand. And your droid here, what's your name, droid?
PN-17.
All right, P-17 or whatever here. Yeah, I'm sure he can be useful as well. He looks capable.
He is capable.
And you're handy with a blaster, I assume?
You could assume that.
Yeah. So what do you say? Help me, I help you.
Can I have a moment to discuss this?
You have all the time you want. I gotta go throw something in my quarters real quick. I'll be right back. And I go down the hall to my quarters where I throw my bison.
Is there, I'm not sure,
check the ship right
when
now.
you guys last ate, so you might also be hitting raiding the galley, possibly.
You guys get like a bowl of fresh off-road fruit on there.
Yeah, now that he's not here. Get his stuff and run! Free meal.
Good luck opening that door.
Okay, well,
It's designed to be that way.
Yeah.
special security
It's a
measure.
deterrent.
It sounds reasonable.
I think there's some equipment and stuff we're gonna need though.
He runs down the hall the other way. I'll be right back. I hit the refresher.
Well, I didn't have to use the spice I was thinking about. We can keep that in our back pocket for now.
Then we want to mention it on board.
Alright.
Maybe we could sell him the location of the spice for money now.
Can I walk by at like kind of I'm gonna go work on something, but I'm just kind of like scoping out the noobs and kind of eavesdropping on their conversations and just shaking my head. Yeah.
We're not noobs.
I'm catching parts of their conversation and be like,
Okay.
I see it.
how much trouble is this gonna be?
I can see this stun rifle's going to get a lot of use. I would say if we can, for maybe a quarter of the price, we could sell him the location of the canisters. He looks like somebody who'd know what to do with them, and we could get credits right now.
I don't know exactly how much money this guy. He just points to the hanging wires. It's not. It looks good, but there's some problems here. I don't know.
There's no problems with my ship. It's meant to look that way. It's a work in progress.
Outside the door.
Work in
And as the toilet flushes, the lights flicker.
Looks like there's more work to be done.
But he's dressed well. At least I'm imagining to Pin that it's apparent that he looks like he has money.
So then I walk by again, kind of scoping out the droid, and I'm like, dude, I can get parts out of this one. Our ship.
Every time you look in on that side, I'm cracking you in my head.
I'm looking at her. I can get all those
That
tools out of her.
arm could be used for wiring.
Well,
Alright, Dev shows back up. Alright, what do you guys say? We have a deal, don't we? I can tell. I can tell on your faces.
We're gonna need some stuff if we were to pull this off.
Oh, yeah. What do we need? Let's come up with a plan. That's a good idea.
yeah. We'll go with
I'm
that.
gonna need a data pad. A good data pad. And I data pad.
2 generations back.
Let's be in
How about a datapad Nexus?
A
Did I get a sense earlier that you guys were open to the idea of selling that spice to him?
Selling that spice to him necessarily, no. I was more thinking getting it and splitting the profits, but I guess would be the same thing.
I was on the same side. I was thinking of
Because
getting.
we need money now, because you guys need armor and...
I'm trying to get the money out of him for our like armor and stuff, and then maybe we can use the spice after he gives us some. I want to get stuff out of him before I start giving him stuff.
Yeah, I want to kind of along that lines.
But we're going to need armor, weapons.
Yeah.
Because honestly, this is a big favor.
And some research as far as...
Hey, I'm taking you to K2.
For my character,
And you can tell he doesn't know what K2 is, but he's like, do you know how hard it is to even get to K2?
I do.
You've never been there. That's a question?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, so... were you going to ask me for anything else?
Enjoyed laughter.
So, there's a small problem, and that would be credits. I'm a little low. So, but once I finish this job, I'll have some credits.
What about your mechanic? Maybe she can help.
With what?
Some credits.
You ask her.
We're going all in.
You ask her. I'm not asking.
What credits? How do you know I have credits?
I didn't know you had credits. You sound suspicious.
Tana, so listen, we need some gear.
My business is my business.
I've always said that. But this
Is she always this helpful?
Do you want this ship to run?
Of course.
Well, then that stuff costs credits.
I know, but it'll get us there right now, right?
You guys are doing this right in front of us, so...
Listen, we just need some gear to pull off this mission.
I think we're in trouble.
There's fine crew to assemble.
We're fine. We're fine. We'll get there.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
You said K2?
K2, yeah.
Where else are we going? You were talking about this job.
Yeah, sorry. So we had to pick up this Imperial prisoner that's being transported off world. We just gotta get him tomorrow.
Where?
We have to find out.
So we're picking up a prisoner you don't even know where he is.
Yeah, but listen, I sort of whisper. I know you would understand because you've done time yourself. So.
Do we overhear this?
Probably.
Oh.
So, I was just thinking, we should help someone else out. And it's important, and there's some money in it.
I don't have any problem with credits.
Yeah, I have some more credits.
He's borrowing money from you.
Yeah.
I got the credits you paid me.
There's 1,000 more in it for you if we get this guy off world. We'll take him to K2, we drop him, we're done. And we take these schmucks to K2, and then we're done.
Schmuck?
Hey!
Or whatever the Star Wars word is for schmucks. So we just need a little cash up
You know I
front.
have to hang low, right?
I know. Listen.
You like the work that I'm doing for your
It's
ship?
fantastic. I mean, look at this. And he points at all the wires.
What if I wasn't here?
I wouldn't be able to get anywhere. So listen.
Right.
You can stay in the ship for the whole
Right.
thing.
And you want to go pick up a prisoner?
Yeah. Pick him up. That's all.
Just
Just
you.
pick him up. Get him off world.
Panic. Aren't you glad I'm not like him?
I don't. He's a friend of mine. I don't want to see him go to prison.
We are still right here at the table.
That's unique. Right? You know what prison is like.
Alright, you figure out where we need to get him from. And we'll go.
Thanks, Tana. I knew you'd be on board. We're gonna need some credits to get some gear too.
What?
I'll pay you back. I'll pay you back. Pay you back.
Dude.
You know I'm good for it. I have the ship. This is a money machine. We're gold. Think about it. We get some credits. We fix this thing up right. We're rolling in it.
That's what I need, man. I need my credits. If you want this ship to be working as good as it looks.
Yeah. So just lend me a little bit. We'll get this mission done. I'll pay you back plus some. Deal. And I'll walk away before you say no.
All right, as you walk away, we iris out and this session here. Thank you for listening. Did you think anyone did anything that deserves any extra XP? Head to beggingforxp.com and let us know in the comments. Till next time, good gaming.